I'm not much of a jumper, so that's quite something for me. Truly, this is a God-given, beautiful world. Exploring and adventure, kind of what I'm looking for. My name is Mike. Join me on my channel, Into the Art 365. I sometimes think Cape Town has it all. Stunning beaches, amazing views, and of course, the African sunset. Today's adventure, however, takes us into the mountains, my favorite place. Hey, some Chakma baboons. Monty's good luck charm, but don't underestimate them. They are troublemakers of note. Quick stop here to look at the plaque which commemorates the Italian prisoners of war. That is the Second World War, who built the Toys Kloof Pass. And then we'll have a quick look at the views as well. Standing at the beginning or at the fork of River hike and the Kromriver hike. It's an absolutely stunning day today, very sunny, so I'm expecting it to be quite warm, hence the hat and sunglasses. But fortunately this has got quite a lot of water in it, so we'll be able to have a couple of good swims, eh? At the official beginning of the Kromriver hike, there's a sign. It says 8 kilometers on it and 6 kilometers on Elands. I'm a bit skeptical about that. I've done both routes, and I definitely find the Elands one, it feels further and it's certainly hotter. I definitely must go and have a look on the Google Earth and see, kind of work out the path and see what the distance is. They shouldn't have an inaccuracy here, but yeah, this might be that it's there and back is 8 Ks. Because I know the there and back on Elands is 12 kilometers. I know that much. So behind me you can see a whole lot of wattle trees, and they are not indigenous to South Africa. They were originally brought in for forestry purposes, so to make paper, for the chemical extract called tannin, which they used to cure leathers. And then obviously mine props, so the timber was used extensively for the coal mining and gold mining operations, where they put these struts in for pillars to support the mine shafts. However, wattle has become a massive problem, not being indigenous, in that it takes over the natural habitat, and then also what it does is it consumes huge quantities of water as the wattle takes over our natural water sources. The start of the hike is at the beginning of the Toys Kloof tunnel on the Rawsonville side, and so therefore very noisy, very trafficked, and you can actually hear in the background the extraction fans for the tunnel itself. But we'll slowly start to move away from this and get into the peaceful nature bit. So here you can see the extent of the wattle infestation. It's taken over pretty much this entire valley, as far as you can see. It's just wattle all around. I mean, there is a little bit of indigenous vegetation in between. We've started to move away from the noisy Du Toitskloof Pass and the Huguenot Tunnel. So we're actually starting to enter into the piece, and you can just hear the actual river, Kromriver, the actual Kromriver. So remember, we've got quite a few tributaries running here. That's the direction we're going in. It does bend and wind and twist all over the place, and it's quite rough. Having said that, this is a very family-friendly route. This water is totally drinkable as well. Very nice, clean mountain water. So, and this doesn't run dry during the summer. It tends to be full all year round. So that's also really nice. And obviously a lot of shade on this route. It does tend to get humid. This valley in the winter, however, can get excessively cold. This is good. Very cold. Next river crossing is multiples of these before you get to the waterfall. Boulder up. Be careful, because they can be real slippery. Spotted an owl in the tree above here, so I'm going to move. I mean, the path moves directly underneath it, so we will unfortunately scare it away, but let's just see if we can have a look. As one moves up the gorge, the sides get steeper and steeper and steeper, and the mountain sort of edifices just become kind of more and more and more imposing. So yeah, it's really, really beautiful in here. These rock agamas are known to actually change color as well, a little bit like a chameleon. But obviously that's just to blend in with their surroundings. They normally lay between 12 and 20 eggs in a season, and are quite communal little lizards. And yeah, we just so happen to be lucky enough to actually see where one of these little nests are scraping in the ground, and with the eggs in it. So as much as this is an area of water runoff during the winter months, you can see that this has actually had massive landslides down it as well, and it's brought a whole lot of debris down to the bottom here. This is a whole debris field. That's not actually a riverbed or a stream bed. This year it's just washed out, absolutely washed out, and the volume of water has been something hectic. So this section of the river has definitely changed, and it's quite interesting because normally you cross back and forth, but the actual path and everything here is washed away. And obviously the riverbed here is totally damaged from this runoff from this mountain peak over here. You see the size of these rocks that have actually washed down off the mountain. It's just phenomenal. This is just crazy. Oh my head! Oh, struggling to even walk here. It's actually literally made an entire new riverbed has just been carved out here. I mean, this was totally closed in. There wasn't anything here. This was just normal kind of vegetation. I mean, it's just ripped through here, and the size of the boulders that it's brought down here is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Just to give you an idea of the size of the boulders that washed down in the last set of floods. So once we cross this side, the temperature actually starts to drop even in summer, and it's quite a contrast that one can pick up. So we're coming up to one of the first of the pools. It's a very little one, but also just beautiful, eh? Look at that. This route has got quite a few little chains on it. They've actually put a few new ones in, which is really nice. Previously it had like ropes and kind of bits and pieces that weren't the safest, and I think with the last lot of water that's come down, a lot of that is washed away. So they've reopened the route with chains. I really wish you guys could be here with me. It's so difficult to actually sort of show on camera how beautiful this montane riverine forest is, and just the whole experience, you know, hearing the birds, hearing the water, and the peace and the quiet. Obviously this route is quite a popular route, so during weekends and that it can get quite busy, but during the week it's ideal. You can often have this place to yourself. Might be quite strange to see a chain here on the ground because it seems quite flat if you look in proportion to where my body is, but it's because it's the summer months. In the winter months this is really wet here and very slippery, especially with the tree roots and the silt and kind of sand in between. And on the back end of this is quite an embankment down into the river. There are a few other people here, but that's what's so nice about coming during the week. Not a lot of people. This is one of the first major pools. It's absolutely beautiful, and you're probably wondering why I'm not in it and swimming. And that's because I'm keeping out and holding out for the one that's higher up, which is even more spectacular than this, if that is possible. Just look at this. Don't know how it can get more beautiful than this, but it does. It's just so spectacular in here. I mean, if I do a full 360, you'll get to see the top pool. So I'm just above the first waterfall, and there's a small pool up here. It's got a little bit of a water flow at the back there. And I spin around and you just see these cliff faces with water running down them. It's just so beautiful. Very noisy. This is such an amazing experience. I've been up here a few times, but yeah, it just never fails to mesmerize and kind of grab the imagination. So that's the hard bit done. It's just kind of bushwhacking a bit now. Still in the riverine forest, and there are quite a few little pools, but they're little ones. And it gets a little bit more quiet now until we get to the main waterfall. Onwards, upwards. Yes, here we are. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Oh man, this is stunning. This is really, really beautiful. It's not quite the size of an Olympic size, but it's a big pool. Man, I just love this. Absolutely beautiful. We're definitely going to spend some time here swimming and enjoying the waterfall. Didn't I tell you it was worth the wait? Woo-hoo-hoo! Wow, it's cold. Woohoo! Oh. Oh. I'm not much of a jumper, so that's quite something for me. Ow! Those rocks. And they're quite slippery here where it's mossy and slimy. Such a beautiful place, and so peaceful. As I said before, coming during the week, there's nobody here. And I did pass 4 guys earlier on and lower down, but I've had this place to myself. And what a stunning, stunning place. I absolutely love coming here. It's very noisy with the waterfall, but you can still hear the odd cicada and you can hear the odd bird going through here. So yeah, stunning. Absolutely love it. Don't think we're going to see anyone on the way back. Be very interesting if we do. This is midday now. This is the warmest part of the day in this valley. In the winter months, this little gorge, especially this section around the waterfall, only gets about an hour of sunlight for the whole day. So winter months, this can get bitterly cold, and you certainly won't want to be swimming because you won't warm up until you get out of the gorge. Jump. Oh well. Dropping down to the first waterfall, and gonna have to use all my hands and things for the chains. But a quick view of what it looks like from the top. Beautiful there. So unfortunately, as with all good experiences, they have to come to an end at some point in time. So we are going to call it here as I head back onto the vehicle and on back home. And I hope you enjoyed this. Do all the good things. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and yeah, please put some comments into the sort of comment section below. It's always nice to touch base with you guys, and yeah, feel free to share some of your adventures on the Facebook page. So yeah, thank you very much for watching.